Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. My name is Tony Glasgow. I am your host. Today I'll be talking with Trent Lockhart, who did the Spartan 25 run last Saturday, and just want to bring him on, just kind of let everybody know how it went, and if he's planning on doing any more. So how you doing this morning, Trent?
I'm doing good, doing a lot better than I was that Sunday morning following.
Yeah, man, I know that had to be rough. Tell everybody a little bit about the Spartans. You can kind of just tell them, but they really won't get the feel of it unless they actually see the course and some of the pictures I've shown them. So what's it like?
So what I did is a Spartan Trifecta, and what that is, it's 3 races within any time period, but I did mine within the weekend. So it was a 21K on Saturday, and then a 10K and a 5K that followed Sunday.
Okay.
And you going through rigorous terrain out there. It's not a full-on sprint. You're doing all different types of obstacles, like weight carrying. You jumping over walls. You know, you going through the battle ropes. You going through the barbed wire. You doing a little bit of everything, and then you got to get back up and keep running through more rocks, more rough terrain.
Yeah.
So it was a beating out there.
Half of the obstacles we didn't even see. We saw part of the course, and stuff like that, but like some of the carrying obstacles and things like that, we didn't really see all of that. So did you have any preparation for it? Did you kind of know what was going to be in store for you? You just kind of went in not knowing?
Yes and no. They have a list of the obstacles that you're going to do within each race. And getting into the race, you see a lot of the running, which is what you saw. You saw just a small part of the obstacles that we did. Everything else was out there in that rough rocks and running through the mud, running through the grass, the waters, everything like that. But the training that you'd have to do is just a lot of weight training. There's nothing specific that you can do to carry the Atlas bar or to carry the weight chains. That's just a lot of weight, strength, and heavy lifting training for that.
Yeah. And
then you just got to include your conditioning, because you're running 13 miles and you have to do everything like that in between. So it's a lot packed onto it.
Yeah. So the part that we saw was probably, how far was that to the end, do you think? What part of it, what distance do you think it was?
Where you saw was probably about 2 miles left.
Okay. Wow. And you ran by us and you were like Mr. Fresh, Mr. Clean. You were like not even fazed by it. It seemed like you was jogging through it, and then you went to the they call it Hercules pool or something like that, and then the cargo net.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you had so much energy, man. How long did you actually have to train to go through that?
I started about a year ago. I started full on training about 8 months later, but a year ago is when I started getting my foot into the door. I've already done one of the Tough Mudders, so this was just kind of an add-on experience, but it's something you gotta train almost every day for, knowing that you're about to have to tackle 13 miles, and then the next day you got to tackle on 6 more, and in the afternoon you got to tackle on 3.5 more. If you haven't trained like that at all, if you haven't done cross country in high school, anything like that, it's something new to you.
Yeah.
And it was for me. I was able to do sprints and all that, but long-term conditioning, I was doing almost every day for 8 months straight.
That was tough training. Yeah. So you said you did a Tough Mudder before. How long ago was that?
I did. The Tough Mudder I did was the 15K. So that was the hardest that they had on their event side, and it was pretty easy. Not easy, but it was doable within my time frame. I was just looking for something more challenging, and I seen this come on, and I was ready for it.
Yeah.
But it's something you can't go light into. I was cramping up probably towards mile 13, mile 12. It's when it started hitting me hard, and that's where y'all didn't see. But the rain's coming down on us at that point. There's a lightning delay that was about to happen, and I'm out there hurting. And luckily, I had all my other, Spartan goers. They had their stuff for me, like the potassium pills and the salt tablets. So it really helped me to get by. But if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have finished within my good time frame that I wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, you said you wanted to do it in 4 hours, and without that delay, you would have definitely done that. But you said you still was in a good time frame, and so what is the average time that it takes to do that one particular race?
That one race, the average time was about 5 hours, 4 hours
Okay.
and 54 minutes and some odd seconds. But I was looking to go, try to go into the first 4 hours, which my 15K was about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
So that was a big improvement for me. Um, and so I think I would have ended around my 3:30 time frame if it wasn't for the delay and all that. But it pushed me back to 4 hours and 8 minutes,
Hmm.
which I see that as a win.
Yeah. So how were they tracking time? Because we didn't really see any trackers. We just saw the numbers that you guys had. How did they track that?
They have the small little tractors. Mine was in my shoe.
Oh. Oh.
Mine
All
was
right.
tied
All
up in
right.
my shoelace. That wasn't falling off. You've seen some people have it tied up around their wrists.
Okay.
Um,
I never
but they
noticed.
have mats all the way around the trail and track. That way, when you're stepping on each one, it's creating that timestamp for you. So hey, he's at
Hmm.
time stop 5. He's at time step 7. All the
Okay.
way through the movements. That way, there's no cheating. You don't go to the start and then turn around and I finished and you're done for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were wondering that because we didn't see. I didn't notice anything like on the wrists or whatever. But yeah, we just didn't know how they were tracking it. We said the same thing. You could just say whatever you wanted to do. Go around all the
Yeah.
obstacles and just run the course. Do you have you
Yeah.
seen people that do that? They just want to run the course and not necessarily do the obstacles because it's not. You don't have to. It's all about what you want to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that was just out there just to have fun.
Yeah.
Even though they were within the age group range, they were just kind of out there to go run as much as they can. And, they didn't necessarily skip an obstacle, but if you don't do one, you had to just run a little bit further out there. And so it was
Hmm.
okay. And they take off. I mean, I seen probably one person skip about 70, 80% of the obstacles. He did probably 4 or 5 of them, and it was a total of 35.
Yeah.
And it was just because he wanted to be out there and run the trail and all that.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you don't want to do the extreme or the ultimate
Mhm.
part of it, just want to stay in shape because that terrain was no joke either. Just walking up to the thing, it was
Oh yeah.
rocky land out there, and I believe this is the start of the hill country out there in Glen Rose out there. It's
Mhm.
the very edge of it, but it is some pretty rocky territory, and so that's good. So, do you think are you planning on doing any more anytime soon, or are you gonna take a break and let your body recover a little more?
Yeah, I'm on my break right now, taking the week off. I took this last week off right after, but I'm looking at getting straight into it in the next couple months. We have
Hmm.
one Tough Mudder in March, and I know I will be doing one event over there. Hopefully, I can get a lot of my work team to come do it with me. They've been talking about it,
Yeah.
but if not, I'm going to be focusing on that, and then two DECA uh, uh, races, which is just indoor endurance, all that stuff. You're running kilometer in, exercise, kilometer in, exercise.
Yeah, yeah, I've
Do
seen
that for
something
about
like
eight
that.
kilometers.
So you mentioned your team. Was your team there with you? I know there was one other guy that was going to do the Sunday morning run. Was there anyone else with the team there for you?
Yeah, so Saturday I had one of my gym guys with me. I say team loosely. It's whoever I can pack on with me to come do these races. But Sunday or Saturday I had one of my gym goers with me, and that was Nate.
Yeah,
Love him. He's a lot more conditioned than I am, so he was taking off. You know, uh, he finished probably about 20, 25 minutes before I did.
hmm
So he was doing real well for himself. And then I had two of my best friends come with me the next day to do the first morning race. Um, One of them, which had just moved down from Boise, and I asked him, say, hey, you want to do this? You got about 2 months. He said, yeah, I got you.
mm
He bought his ticket instantly, and he went to work with me. And then my other one is another gym goer, but I've known him for years, and he was excited. He was ready to do his thing out there, and he come join us. He's been training with me for about 4 or 5 months.
yeah,
trying to get ready for everything. So I feel like we're going to be growing a little bit in that aspect. I know they're ready for their own trifecta, and I told them I'll come do it with them when they're ready for that. So
Yeah.
hopefully give them a year, and you'll be seeing me do that whole system again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You know what? Y'all don't know, but I've known this young man since he was a baby. You know, when he was born, his dad's my best friend. Went to high school with him and everything, and he told me he was getting on this health kick and all that stuff and getting in shape and all that. And I said, all right, yeah, it's, you know, that's good. I didn't know it was like this though, that you were doing this type of stuff. So in total, from when you were starting to get into nutrition and health and all of that, how long has it been from then until now?
I started getting into it right after high school, so 2022.
Yep. Okay.
But I really started trying to take a hold of my health and my weight situation probably senior year, junior year, because I was weighing about 250 from freshman all the way until then, and it just fluctuated. It went from 250 heavy to 250 lean to 250, lineman size, and then back to being lean. And so it was always something I kind of struggled with. But after high school, you got to keep something active if you're not doing sports or anything. And I found this was the best way. I started my personal training right after high school. I started coaching for the same school right after I graduated.
Yeah, I remember that.
And through there, I was able to get these other kids ready and get them on the right path that I wasn't on. And at the same time, keep myself on that healthy path. And I fell in love with it, one after the other. And I figured what was next for me. And I seen the Tough Mudder, which that was a dedication to my sister. She had did hers about a decade ago. And I was ready to go out there, see what it was about and see how tough it was, knowing she did it, my dad did it, and my aunt, all of them together. And I had stepped onto that muddy grass and them hard rocks, and I was ready, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I was ready for some more. And that's what I'm doing now. I do this, and I'm training for the Ironman in about 4 to 5 years.
That's quite an achievement. So anything you want to shout out, any gyms or any sponsorships or anybody that's helped you out along the way?
My friends, my family, they keep me going through these times, and all my supporters, come out when they can. Tony, I know you got a stressful job over there in life and all that, so it meant a lot that you came out to come support. And even if it's one person or 5 or 10, having someone there, it pushes you through them times when I was cramping up. Seeing you guys say, all right, we almost there. But I just want to shout out them. My gym, Chupacabra Strength and Conditioning, there in Temple. That's where all my Tough Mudders did. They all came out here with me and did one. And if you see in some of my pictures, you see Austin repping their shirt. I repped it a little bit before it got hot and everything. But that's a great gym for me. It's kept me on my toes, kept me in shape since I graduated. And I want to be happy anywhere else besides them. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, it was fun getting out there. I love nature and getting out and seeing stuff like that. And I've been to Glen Rose, but I've never seen anything past that. But it was, that ranch was really nice out there. So it was a good time getting out there and good seeing you and talking to Jacob a little bit, and met your girlfriend. And so it was a good time. I didn't get to, because of the rain delay, they kicked everyone out basically, and most of the racers as well. So they actually let you finish a little bit later. But yeah, it was a good time. And if you're anywhere closer, or doing another event like that, I want to come check you out again, man. Just see how it is.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, man. And I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on and carving out a little bit of time for me. And I'll talk to you later, man. Tell everybody I said what's up and hi.
All right, Uncle. I'll see you later, man.
All right, later.